Hi, I'm Joy. It's December 28th, 2025. I'm a neo-soul artist from the Bay Area, and this is my personal 2025 Wrapped. If you don't know about Spotify Wrapped, it was created by Joon, a intern at Spotify at the time. And it was a recap of all the music you listen to and who you like the best. When it was first created, it was really special and really personal. It became a badge of honor of what music you listened to over the past year. So I wanted to create that for myself and my journey as an artist. So thank you, Joon, for this, and this is going to be my personal 2025 Wrapped. Highlights of what I did with my music and what I tried, and I hope to do this every year. First of all, give you an update of what I've been doing so far, but also look back and give myself a recap and a memory. I do this right now with journaling, but I'm excited to do this on video format instead, or as well, not letting go of my journals. So I have my iPad, I have my old journal from December 2024 ready, and we're going to talk about what I wanted to do and then what I actually did. So the goals I set at the end of 2024 for 2025 was this. I wanted to have 4 music releases. The intention behind that was practicing writing, producing, and releasing music. And for context, in 2024, I spent a lot of my year focusing on training in dance and half of the year training in vocals. And I was also working out how I was releasing music. I didn't set real tangible goals, but I put out a few singles just because I knew it was something I needed to do, but not necessarily why. So for 2025, I set the deep intention because I see that when you release music, it adds to the process of creating and then having that feedback. So I really wanted to take a focus in putting out a lot more music. So the first category I'll start with is music, and the context of 2024 is I think I released 4 singles, individual songs with beats off of YouTube. I knew I needed to put out more music. If I was an artist, you have to have a catalog, or else why would anybody want to hire you for original music? So the new goal I set was release 4 times in 2025. I wanted to practice writing and producing, and then to release a project. And so what I actually did in 2025 is I released 2 projects. I didn't release 4 times, but honestly, I think it was 8 songs each. I'm gonna say that counts. So the first project that came out was Make Way, which was released on February 25th, 2025. And I released this in collaboration with Yoon, who's a rapper and producer. He produced the entire project, and we finished that in November of 2024, and then just held on to it for February release. And yeah, that's my first full project. I still really love the songs on the project. I still push them, I still listen to them, so I highly recommend you check it out. Part of my goals of 2025 was set because of the time in October and November I was working with and he was really pushing my writing and pushing me to produce. So that became a huge inspiration for what I set my goals for in 2025. So thank you, for everything, for production, and hopefully there'll be more music in 2026. After that, I spent time pushing the project, and then I started to work on producing myself and writing more. It's great to work with others and have help when you're creating music, but I also want to make sure that I'm a strong artist on my own as well. And it's something that's really important to me, is to never be left needing help and having that stop you from doing what you want to do. So I released my own project called Joon, and I released that on August 18th, 2025. And 2 of the tracks on the album I produced myself. Everything was written by me. And yeah, I'm really proud of that project. I took the photos myself right here. I edited the track list, I wrote the lyrics, I did the publishing. Releasing music has a lot of different steps to it. So that's one where I really got more of my administration down. I'm really happy about that. I think I really hit a nice sound on the first song, You Don't Love Me Anymore, I Can Feel It in My Shoulders. It's like something about my vocal tone just really perfectly connected in that song. And so Joon is a really pivotal project for me because I feel like it set me up to not be as afraid to try and just try different sounds, try producing, and put out what I have. Yeah, there's nothing to be afraid of. And I'm learning that more and more, but Joon was one where I was like, okay, F it, let's do it. And now I'm gonna share some of my stats, which is so exciting. I'll say by the end of 2024, I probably had maybe 300, 400 streams. I'm sure I had 300 followers or so on TikTok, maybe 200, if I even made my TikTok by then. I just didn't have anything. But as of now, as of the 28th, I have 3,962 streams on Apple Music, which is up 3,000% from 2024. In 2024, I had 124 streams on Apple Music over the whole year. This year, I had almost 4,000. On Spotify, I had 5,483 streams, which I will say, I don't like Spotify. I'm going to take a lot of my catalog off of there. Right now, I have most of it off. So if you have Spotify, I recommend switching. And from streaming, I was actually played across the country. I was actually played across the world. This year, I was played in Canada, Mexico, United Kingdom, Japan, Philippines, Australia, and Thailand. And it's kind of shocking to me to know that, like, physically, out loud, even if it's in headphones, that's my sound waves I created are being projected over there. Like, that's, and again, it's not a lot of streams. I'm not a huge artist. Like, when I say I'm a small artist, believe me, but I've never experienced this in my life. I don't know if these are completely accurate because I use DistroKid, and honestly, the way they show stats on your phone shows everything, but on the computer it shows only one group. I don't know. Right now, as of December 28th, 2025, my music has 9,136 streams. For people to listen 9,000 times to my music, I'm grateful. I'm really grateful. It's shocking. It's not really scary. It's just like a wow, like I'm in awe. If you've listened to any of my songs, thank you for listening. I'm really grateful, and I'm just gonna keep making more and more and keep getting better and better. Yeah. Okay, and then in terms of my sound and writing and development, the first thing that comes up is I was definitely way less afraid to try. That's the scariest part of all of this. This video right now, any song that you put out, you have to try. You just have to do it. I think talent doesn't exist. I think it's just time and effort. And I think the key part of it is trying. You have to get past the mental block of, hey, if I try to do this, I can do it. You have to believe that instead of believing you'll try and you'll fail. And so within that trying, it was a lot of writing production. I think my writing got a lot better over the year. I still have a ways to go, but I wrote all of my songs on Joon. I wrote in collaboration with I on Make Way. That's still me. I'm still giving myself credit. And then also I developed my production. On Joon, only 2 songs were produced by me. Now I feel like I really set myself up to have some great tracks in the next year. You'll definitely be hearing some self-produced music in 2026. I'm trying not to like spoil things, get my hopes up, but yeah, I feel really good about the development of my sound and my music. Another part I want to talk about is how I did my marketing. I'd say the majority of the streams I got this year happened in the last quarter, in the last 4 months of the year. And this is where I did what the people said. I went to TikTok and I posted my music over and over and over again. And again, 10K is not a lot, but 10K in 4 months, I think is pretty solid. So what I've been doing is promoting even old music because TikTok is a really great discovery platform. People get the first touch to hear your music, and maybe if they hear it enough times, they'll go, yeah, I did really like that song, let me go add it to my library. So I was posting at least 3 videos a day for that time, and I'm gonna keep doing it because I think it really helped. Right now on TikTok, I have 4,355 followers on my main page. I have 3,315 followers on Instagram. I definitely put a lot of my focus on TikTok right now because again, it's discovery. We'll see what happens next year. Next category is dance. In May, I hit 1 year of taking heels, and I saw a huge improvement in that year, and I'm gonna do more dance in the new year, so you'll see updates there. Unfortunately, in May, work kind of got crazy, so I had to step away from dance, but I'm just really proud of the quality I was able to get to. And then the last category is gonna be personal. Things that I was excited about was, first off, in January, I took a solo trip to New York. I went for a week or so, and it was so much fun. I'd never been there. It was so cool to see. I listened to a lot of great music, met a lot of great people, and I hope to go back soon. I found out my most listened to artist this year was Beyonce, once again. Cowboy Carter was great, but honestly, I stay on her old discography. I stay there. I'm studying. I watched a lot of really great movies too. In theaters, some of my highlights was Sinners for sure. I also saw Spirited Away in theaters, which I really enjoyed. I really love that movie. I also watched a bunch of movies at home. There's a lot of movies I haven't seen. So I saw Tenet and Interstellar this year. Wow. Really opened up my mind. I also saw Paprika recently. It was so good. I saw The Departed for the first time. And yeah, I just watched a lot of movies. So there's a lot more that I can't remember the names of. So I think I want to start a little log, maybe a little journal of that. I also got a new job. I'll talk about the place I was at before. I was at the Mexican Heritage Plaza, and I was their production events coordinator. I would coordinate rentals in the theater. It was a lot of fun. It's an amazing team there. I don't like to talk about my day jobs with music, but I will say that was a really great experience. They put on some amazing productions. I got to learn more about the talent buying side, and I went to a conference called the Western Artists Alliance Conference, where it's a performance and booking conference, and I traveled to LA for that. Got to spend some extra days, meet some friends, and make some new friends out in LA, which was really, really cool. I want to go back and forth there more. The plaza was amazing and wonderful. It was just time for me to take the next step. Oh my gosh, I didn't even read through my journal. Okay, so I just want to read some excerpts. It's really cool looking back at this. This is from June 2024 to December 2024. So this is from December. And it was on December 1st, the new moon. So I was doing some manifestation. So I wrote this in present tense. My home. I am living in a lovely apartment with wood floors. I don't have wood floors. In-unit washer and dryer. I do have in-unit washer and dryer. By myself, with a studio music space. Oh my goodness. Room to dance and a big closet. I have 2 closets, so yes. It is such a cute space with all my plants and my homey little kitchen. I'll have my friends over. Lovely. That definitely came true. My following is expanding. 10K plays in 2025. I only hit 9,136, but I have 3 more days left, and I'm gonna push. So we'll see if we actually get that 10K. I still can't believe I even got that close. I was like 8, 7, so I was like, I'm not gonna push. Jeez, 9,136. Okay, what else? Can't believe streaming took off this year. When I just try and do what I do, I get great results. The people just want to see my art and hear what I have to say. I have all the tools I need. I make moves with confidence and always from a place of love. Absolutely. After that, I wrote some stuff about larger scale manifestations, so I'll keep those to myself until they come true. And then after that, you may ask, what's next? What's your goals for 2026? Well, I'm actually not going to share those because I think it's really important to have your own accountability for things and to wait before you allow judgment in from the outside. But I will say, I think it'll be worth it to stay tuned, hang out with me here. I'll do a lot more videos like these where I'm kind of talking about the behind the scenes and background of some of these projects, thoughts, ideas, goals. So thank you for listening so far. I really appreciate that you were curious to hear about what I accomplished this year and where those goals came from. I hope if you're an artist yourself, you got some insight into the process. I hope it inspires you to push and try new things and keep going and just make stuff happen. And that's my personal 2025 Wrapped. I hope you enjoy. I hope you enjoy new music in 2026. Happy New Year. Woo!